Hello, everybody. We finally managed to get ourselves together, so we are doing a non-bonus and an actual real video again. Last time we left off just...
How real is real?
As real as everything? As real as existence?
No, not all things have the same amount of reality.
Okay. So last time we finished all of the quests, and Sarah called us to tell us to go to the private girls' school in another district. Globe didn't see any of this because he had to bounce early, which is fine. So now we will go and see where Sarah wanted us to go.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with plot?
Yes.
No.
More or less.
No, this is the one part of the game where they decided to abandon the plot.
The one part?
Yeah.
Ouch! So, on the one hand, while it is good that they, put giant flashing signposts saying, do everything else first, at the same time, it is a little annoying that you have to, do...
I gotta say, I disagree. For one thing, I think that, and maybe this is just because I am not a 100%er, but
right.
I feel like they're kind of stealing the opportunity of genuinely giving people a reason to replay.
Okay.
I don't agree. I think that, especially if you're going to rely on it as a way of increasing playtime by encouraging replayability or something like that.
Well, I just
just
for me,
straight up having stuff that is randomly, permanently missable is not the right way to go about it.
I agree.
No, and I wasn't saying as a trap or anything, but I mean, I play games to be submerged into the story and get interested in that, and those types of mechanisms really remove me from it. And
that's fair.
To a point where it's like this is kind of...
It is definitely a suspension. A suspension of... Not the disbelief exactly, but
No, it removes you from the story, but I can understand that.
It's a
I've been
submersion
playing...
break.
Right, I've been playing Nier Automata, and there were a couple of sections where it's, okay, there are a bunch of side quests, I'm doing side quests, I'm enjoying them, maybe I want to go do, the next plot beat, and then, once I do that, all of a sudden I found out, oh good, I'm on rails all the way up until the ending.
Right. Now I can't do anything else, yeah.
Yeah, here's sort of the arena-ish area where the final boss is. Okay, time for me to... Because there are no invisible walls or anything that say, I need to go fight this boss. It's just...
You can't
he's
leave.
right there in front of you. No, I did leave.
Oh, okay. But yeah, having a bunch
over.
of... Okay. Having a bunch of side quests open, having the plot build to, here's the final boss, oh, by the way, there's a million side quests on the other side of the world, is, I think, really bad game design.
I agree.
Well, yeah, but that isn't what was going on there.
No.
It was, there were a bunch of side quests, I, instead of doing them, went and did the next plot beat,
right?
And then they just kept on coming.
Yeah.
With no time to stop and go do side quests.
Well, it's
Right.
for me, and again, I wasn't here for the call, and I don't know if this was a call from Sarah going, hey, I need you guys to come right now. Or
No, it was when you're done with everything else.
Yeah, okay, and so, for me, stuff like that is fine. Because, one of the things that we're talking about, when we get the call that's, the, continue the plot quest, is go to this area, and it's sometimes, get here, hurry up, I need you here, right away, and then you do, 9 different side quests.
Yeah. That breaks up the flow really badly.
Well, and not just that, it is fundamentally, it is completely removed from the submersion of, the story, and, I think you should get game over. If someone says, get over here right away, and you do 4 side quests, whatever they needed you to do is over, and they're dead.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are some games that do that just
very few, yeah.
straight up put
Mass
you on
Effect 2,
timers
for
for tons
example?
of stuff.
What?
Dead
Mass
Rising.
Effect 2?
Yeah, Mass Effect. I mean, yes and no. Like, technically, nothing really changes except for the crew get taken, but you then find them. Like,
Right.
and you have to, although I think if you do a certain amount of stuff after they get taken, they do die, but I can't remember. I'll have to look that up.
Don't worry about it.
I know nothing about Mass Effect.
I like Andromeda. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It has issues.
Oh, hey,
but
there's an Imperial Princess.
Yes, Imperial Princess Alphen.
she hot.
She's
She's
15.
like 12.
I mean, back then she would already be married.
Not necessarily at 15.
I mean, oh yeah, we're doing like the Frankenstein of cultures.
Well, there's that, and also, it's very possible she'd be married at 15. It's also very possible she wouldn't be. It would depend on
I mean,
the match.
she's not. She's also not the crown princess. So.
No, I know that is why.
Well,
she
yeah,
would actually be
those are the
more
ones you
likely to
marry
be
off.
married.
Oh, that actually makes. Yeah, that's fair.
She would be used as a consolidation.
Yeah, basically. But I wouldn't say that she'd be guaranteed to be married off by that time, because a lot of it would depend on what matches there are.
Right. And
I would say
I
just
think
Would,
that
would
My thing
Go
is,
ahead.
judging simply from the options that is in this one Class 7, there are plenty of options that would be absolutely viable to go, we need these two to marry. 4 houses.
well, let's see. Options in here. There's,
there's Elliot,
Usus, who's
who's
a bastard.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Reen, who is adopted.
Reen. Well, that part doesn't matter, but who's, the son of a baron, so
Not
Right.
you're not going to marry.
And
right,
then there's
exactly.
Elliot and Machias, who are commoners, and then there's Gaius, who is kind of a commoner.
Gaius would actually be the most likely.
Yeah, I can see that.
It would depend on, because the North Highlands aren't really fully fleshed out, because it's in a
Right.
giant area with one small village.
Right. Because they're nomads.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean there'd be one village in an entire province.
That's actually fair.
I
It's
guess I
probably
forgot
one of those
that-
JRPG things that where there's probably
Right,
multiple villages. We just don't.
obviously.
Yeah.
I guess I did forget that.
But it would depend on basically how highly placed Gaius's family is within the North Highlands. From the indications we have, he's probably actually kind of high up.
Yeah. He is the son
because-
of the chief of that village, of the only village that we see.
Right, and if that village is basically the prime or head, governing structure, and if it was necessary or seen as valuable to tie the North Highlands closer to
Yeah.
the Empire, maybe
Yeah.
have them get folded in directly rather than as a protectorate like they are right now, then that would be a marriage that might happen.
I guess I forgot that they're doing the whole.
All the guys are actually having tough lives. All the women are just actually like.
Well, that's not really true.
Well, because I mean, one of the girls, like as you just said, like every guy who is actually supposedly a part of the upper echelons is actually kind of not, basically. But do the women have the same strike downs as that?
Well, Elisa is,
The daughter,
the daughter of a merchant empire.
Yeah.
and her issue is my
And
parents.
apparently there are a bunch of tensions going on between that, especially with
Well, but I mean that's
the grandfather just going fuck off and
Yeah.
living in some cabin in
Well,
the
Yeah,
woods.
that's
okay.
called-
To be fair to him, his daughter backstabbed him and usurped his position.
blah blah blah. So
No, I'm-
wealthy people problem.
I'm not
It's
saying
literally
that-
a CW.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying that rich. Right, exactly. Fee is Fee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Laura
Who
is
knows
actually
what the fuck is going on over there?
Laura is actually the daughter of a viscount
Okay.
and a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And has only self-imposed
And-
issues.
Well, yes.
Yeah, basically. And Emma absolutely doesn't have anything strange and mysterious going on at all.
That's-
So
we
yeah,
haven't had her
obviously.
plot.
That's all the
We haven't
girls.
had her chapter in plot yet, right?
Well, no, I'm
Oh.
joking
He
because
is
we've
joking.
gotten a shitload of foreshadowing about weird shit going on with Emma and a small cat.
Yeah,
Because that's
that's what happens.
the plot that she gets.
That will absolutely not become relevant in, like, the next chapter or two. I guarantee it.
Ooh, Elliot, just slathering that gender
Wait,
bias.
I've got it. I've got it.
L. Pierce promise.
They put Emma's cat in the railway cannons.
And
Okay.
It's a race against time.
Yep. It's a bell. Sounds like a bell.
It does.
Sounds like your typical church bell. Like, that's... There were certain notes they tried to go for.
Yeah.
They got them.
Oh, boy.
Don't worry. This won't be weird or creepy at all.
Haven't I already
Good
seen
job, Reed.
this?
It was not
Yeah.
recorded.
But no.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to record it. All right. You're gonna pay
I...
passive attention again. No.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Yep.
It just goes.
This
to show
this
how
one's
long-
on me.
It just goes
Yeah,
to show how
it
long
has been
it's
a while.
since we actually were able to record. Because I was like, so far up to this point, I was like, okay, new stuff. And then all of a sudden, I saw her sister, and I went like, wait, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Officially new stuff.
New stuff for the thread, okay? So,
Well, probably not. Most of the people in the thread have already played this game.
a few haven't.
Okay,
I agree.
she's supposed to be
New
a smart
stuff.
little sister, right?
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you the 9 people that are supposed to be meeting me at this place right at 5 o'clock where I am at, and it is 5, and there are 9 of you? What?
No, there should be 10 of us. There's also Milliam.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She's totally an honorary member of Class 7, who's probably going to be a real member of Class 7 at some point.
Also, the fact
I
that they
sure
let
hope
the
so, at
princess be
least.
friends with Ellis is kind of weird.
Elise.
Elise is kind of weird.
Why? She's the daughter of
How
a
so?
baron.
Yeah, that low in the totem pole.
I mean, it is pretty low, but it could easily be something like a
Anyway,
favor
where are
for
my
some
manners?
reason.
Welcome to St. Estrella
And-
Girls' School. I hope
You know,
you'll enjoy
especially
your visit.
apparently they became friends,
Right this
you know,
way.
within the last couple of years, where it's not so much you
Well,
get designated as
Right.
the friend of.
And it's definitely super recent
You know.
because Reen did not know. Reen's only been at Thor's, for this year, and he didn't know that they were friends.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
like,
she's
for-
like a lady in waiting.
At that level, it's pretty reasonable.
Is she a lady
It's
in
only been a
waiting?
couple of months. Maybe.
I don't think she's a lady in waiting yet. I think that that's something that definitely could end up being the case. But I think at this point it's just straight up a natural friendship that occurred
Yeah.
because they were both at the same school.
And they're the
which
same age.
sometimes happens. People make friends.
Hey, guys! Guys is a foreigner!
Wait, really?
Damn, there are a lot of hormones.
Yeah. Well, they are, like,
Well,
they're like 15.
wait, did none of them recognize who Machias is?
I guess not.
Of course not.
Little weird. Wait, did none of them recognize who Eustace is?
No, one of them
they
did.
Yeah, they did.
Okay,
They-
okay.
Because he's Duke Albarea's second son.
Right, exactly. I was going to respond and say, weirder.
Yeah.
Definitely weirder.
By the way, that's water boiling in the background.
Oh, I actually can't hear it, which is good.
Cool. They can't hear it. Cool.
I could
Hi,
hear
Bailey.
They say
that.
hi,
It was
Bailey.
cool. Eh.
This
Have
is
you ever
Reed,
been
by
to,
the
like,
way.
an all-girls school situation thing? No. Do we know anyone that has? I've always wondered.
I don't think so.
Like I know
No.
obviously of the three of us, neither of us have, but like I went to one school dance at Holy Names, and it like the whole. I mean, maybe this is just kind of a like this might be just a culture difference thing, but it's like the women there were not like shocked by the presence of man. That is literally how they've been portrayed in this game. So far.
Yeah.
They're like, eek, boys, at one point. And I'm like, you are 17 or 16. Like, calm the F down.
You should know what a boy
You not
is.
only know what a boy is, you are ready to go with the boys.
What's in here?
They have their dances with
It looks
O'Day,
like an
and they
indoor
have
garden.
and, like they see each other all the time.
This
And
is the Academy's rose garden.
which I'm
The person
supposedly
who called you here
saying.
is
I
waiting
mean,
inside.
I guess the difference. Yeah. Well, but my question is for these types of schools.
Who did call us
What
here
is
anyway?
our friend
It
in
wouldn't be that
Columbus's
weird.
online name again?
Yui?
Yui.
It-
Yeah. Okay.
It wouldn't be massively like a weird thing.
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social
on
standing.
these recording things, it shows our actual names, and I usually
Oh, sure.
No, I'm.
it shows like our real
It's
names
fine.
and online names. So our friend from across the way,
Yui?
would back then would these be basically akin to covens and
Your
like
Highness,
where
I brought
nuns
the guests.
would go, and like would they actually be what? Convents. Would they basically be completely removed from the outside? I mean, this one's in the middle of a city.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so they wouldn't.
Because
They go
if-
home.
Like at the
well, I
end
mean,
of the day,
it's
or
not like.
Yeah.
at the end of the
probably.
school year.
Well, no, these are going to be boarding schools.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. You're right. It's like
And I'm saying,
Thor's.
like, are
okay.
they allowed
It's completely
outside the
reasonable
boarding
for them to be.
at all?
Sure.
Absolutely, like
Okay.
One of them said
it's
they have a
definitely
brother.
not intended.
Well,
Yeah, it's definitely not intended to be a convent because there's absolutely
you.
no
Please show them
intention
in.
for any of these people to be nuns.
well, no, but I'm saying like, would the practice be like that? Like, to
And holy
protect-
crap, somebody is hammering on the horn outside.
What? Well, yeah, no, but I mean, like, there is just as much protection of the virtue for a nun as there is someone in high society. Like, nobody wants a bastard.
Globe,
What?
you don't have to yell.
Hello.
I'm not yelling.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not adamant. It's just
no way.
he has literally God control over our volume. He can just go in and be like, and
I mean-
mute. Or and silence.
Hey, Elise, is that...
I mean, that would explain why I never actually get hurt in this entire LP.
You don't need to ask when you already
Your volume
know.
is based off of our interest in hearing you.
Now, if you'll
Oh.
follow me.
So mean. Okay,
mean-
so it's a princess.
I-
She's inside. We're gonna do princess.
I would say the fact that we
Yay!
haven't seen the fact that we haven't seen a single guard is weird, right?
Maybe.
I knew it.
like
Just a gate that anyone can open from the other side.
the gate was locked.
The gate was open from the inside.
I know, and so anyone on the inside can open it. Why are
Right.
you laughing? I don't know who you are. Oh hey,
You do now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God,
of
it's Princess
Class
Alf.
7.
No.
That would be the
My name
weirdest
is Alf.
show.
Alvin Rice Honor.
Alf.
It's a pleasure to
No.
know
Rice?
you.
You're gonna eat the
Yeah.
cat.
That is not how I would pronounce that word.
Meh.
I guess it actually makes a bit of sense because Japanese pronounces all the letters in a way.
They do.
More or less, yeah. There-
Basically, we don't.
There aren't any silent letters in Japanese, yes.
Okay.
Because there aren't any letters in Japanese.
Well, there are in a couple of the forms of writing.
I would not call them letters, but that's a linguistic argument for a later time.
It sounds translated into writing bits.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I guess which is
If-
all language, yeah.
If that's not a letter, it's certainly
Come on,
where we were
Elise,
trying to
cheer
go
up. I'm sorry,
or start
alright?
from.
I was only trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to
she
discuss
said,
with
she said.
everyone?
Bitch.
Please, go right ahead.
That's just being mean.
Yeah,
that aside,
someone who can get you beheaded.
Oh, Alpin's
I mean-
too nice for that.
It's because
it's
the
been a
princess
long
wants to
time
mag
since I
on
last
Reen,
saw both of you,
but
Ulysses
Elise
and
wants to
Laura.
mag on Reen, which totally isn't creepy.
I'm glad to see you're both well.
Totally not creepy, guys. Right?
Right.
Okay, excellent.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you. I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in Sanctus Dryad too.
Nope, I want to beat shit
Can you
up.
But
punch
it
people
seems
with
you chose to attend
swords?
Thor's after all.
Well, I've committed
Not really
myself
themed.
to
It's
following the
pretty
way
much
of the
there.
sword, and Thor's gives me a place to hone my skills.
Yeah. It is kind of weird
I
that
apologize
Thor's
for not being
is
able to live
a
up to your expectations.
What?
is not a male-only school because
Yeah. Yeah.
well, most military academies just
Right.
are.
I think in the
First
U.S.
I
they
lost
mostly still
Angelica
are.
to Thor's, then you too.
Well, yeah, I think in most of the world where there are still,
Perhaps
military
I should just
academy
transfer there next year myself.
schools for, for kids.
Your Highness.
Usually pretty much that way.
What's wrong with that?
Got you to look.
That's a really weird game.
Yeah.
Like, ha, you lost! Because I said something so ridiculous it would cause anyone to turn.
Is it? Is it ridiculous for the princess to enroll in Thor's?
Yes.
That would be very weird.
A member of the royal family who will actually have no military power whatsoever deciding she suddenly wants to engage in the military, people would be like, she's going to lead a coup. Kill her.
Well, the idea that members of the royal family would become officers in the military is not weird. The idea that they would go to military school in order to become officers would be weird.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd be privately tutored. And so, going to the school where all of the military, future is going to be presented and, taught and trained,
Please
that
don't worry.
genuinely could be seen as someone laying groundwork to becoming,
Well, I
Mhm.
still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility. I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the academy.
Yay, flashback. I actually like this.
There's nothing better than getting a narrated letter.
Right.
I actually like
You know,
that is
Yeah.
character development and an understanding that time.
why is it though that pretty much letters are always the only thing? Or if there's any voice acting in a thing, it's always going to be the letter that's voice acted.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one
This
thing
is probably one of the
Yeah.
oldest
shouldn't have-
traditions within media.
Elise has told me
I mean,
so much
But that's
about
just because people, certainly in a play you can't have the letter in big enough text for everyone to see.
you. Your Highness.
I'm
My friends
honored
and I
that
were
you'd say
watching
so.
Sherlock a while back, and you know how they have the text messages that no one reads them. They
Right.
just we had this idea of who would be the best voices, and Gilbert Godfrey
Elise always mentions in her
as
letters what a great
the
friend
parrot.
she has.
Yeah.
Come right away.
As her brother,
it was
I
actually
wanted
a
to
pretty
thank
fun
you for
game.
that.
Or Archer from the TV show Arthur, another one. Someone said.
Share.
Fine.
Yeah. Do you believe the taxi driver?
Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are. Perhaps even more so.
So it's weird that she hasn't met Reen ever.
Yeah. Well, she only just recently met Elise.
Yeah. Couple
Huh?
months.
Yeah, and that's weird unless these are
Well, maybe they're in eighth.
completely.
Maybe they're in 8th grade.
Well, I was going to say unless they're
Always
basically
a favor to ask.
nobles from deep within the sticks
They are.
who are sort of barely technically nobles, so who gives a shit about them?
I mean, that everyone refers to his dad as a baron, as kind of oh, he's just a baron.
Well, yeah.
I think I
Or maybe
could
that's
see
just
Elise
Patrick,
and
'cause
thinking of
Patrick's a
you as
dick.
my dear
Patrick
brother
is-
as well.
That's weird.
What?
Yeah. It's also something you absolutely don't say no to.
Yeah, of course not.
You see, Elise has spoken
But you
to me
absolutely
so
don't say
often
yes
that
to
in
it.
my heart, you've already come to feel like family. And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you,
Because, yeah,
I
politically,
can't suppress these feelings any longer.
you certainly don't claim to be related to the royal family in any way.
Right.
I have 2 brothers already, of course. So
And
I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
if the royal family says, I've got great respect for you or something, and I come to think of you like a brother or anything like that,
I mean,
you definitely don't say,
Yeah.
That.
no, you're a fucking asshole.
You don't say that?
Right, exactly.
That's enough, Your Highness.
It's probably just some meaningless flattery.
Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little. Anyway, that aside,
This is both the slowest and most awkward catfight I've seen.
Yeah.
the reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet
Well, you don't
Well,
have
you
to, like,
sidetracked that.
put yourself down.
Why? It's not like we're famous.
You kind of are, actually.
Well, some
do you
of them
mean?
are.
Class 7 is famous.
Not Elliot.
No, I mean Class 7 as a thing.
Sure, but Elliot isn't.
isn't that?
He's a fucking nobody.
They don't need
You're
3
so
tables.
mean to him.
Well, 2 tables isn't big enough.
Yeah, they don't need 3 tables.
It seems he's arrived.
No, 2 tables isn't enough. And they're
And-
not going to have people at different
Alphen
tables.
needs her own table.
She doesn't have her own table.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
she doesn't have her
well,
own table.
I mean,
Nope.
she and Elise have a table.
Yeah.
And Eustace.
No, Eustace is at the table with the other 3.
No, Eustace is quite clearly
Yeah.
seated to her right.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I missed the teacup. Okay,
Yeah.
but there's also a teacup in front of him on the table that's not in front
That's
of Pete.
Laura's!
Yeah.
Is it? No, it's way closer to him.
No, it's Laura's.
Then where the hell is Laura sitting?
You can
Laura-
literally
look,
see
there's
her
a-
hair.
You can see.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I totally saw her ponytail and thought she was Gaius. Okay,
What?
or thought Gaius was her. I thought she was sitting.
Okay.
I thought she was sitting where Gaius is sitting. My bad. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
Eustace
well
is-
done, sir.
Eustace is sitting next. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Good.
they
Yeah.
had to bring the tables together because they don't.
Right.
you
I
know,
thought
they
Laura
don't
was
want them
on
sitting
our
at 3
side of
different
Fee.
tables. No, okay.
Oh,
That makes more sense. See, Gaius is actually more forgettable than Elliot.
Oh, that's not true.
I apologize for keeping you waiting.
Gaius at least has a catchphrase.
Yeah, Elliot almost entirely blends into the flowers in the background. He is literally a wallflower at this point.
So mean. Elliot has done
Pretty great.
nothing to engender this
It was
amount
the-
of
It
hatred.
was almost the
It's a
exact
pleasure to see
same
you
color.
Oh, look. It's some guy who should totally have a drinking contest with some lush from Liberal.
That we're actually going to see on screen in Trails the Third, apparently.
Wait,
All
what?
is well,
Yeah.
young lady.
That doesn't make any sense.
Trails the Third is weird. It's
Apparently, it's told in the form of flashbacks.
it's backstory for everybody. Like everybody. It's world building instead of plot building. Anyway, everyone
yeah, that's kind of weird.
outside of the video is
I
cheering
trust everyone
because
here has been making themselves
this is
comfortable.
one of
Spy?
the community's favorite characters. Or the
You mean the spy?
yes, the spy.
Bye.
Knew it.
Spy.
I mean,
Who's this
since
guy?
the moment I saw him, I knew he was a spy.
I'm not sure.
It was obvious.
Though I feel like
in,
I've seen him somewhere before.
Trails in the Sky, rather.
Right.
I serve as a
Bye.
music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine
I know, right?
academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that.
Do you know who
elusive
else serves as
mayfly
music
we
instructors?
call love.
Spies.
That might raise eyebrows at a girls' school.
Minstrels were really common as spies. It's true.
Yeah.
But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this untainted cloister of dew-eyed maidens? Ah, the romance.
That is possibly one of the creepiest things I've heard, like, in a long time?
Nope.
Okay.
At least with Reem.
Well, that's fair.
It happened earlier this episode.
You're
Could
not
you
wrong.
Be?
I said one of.
Okay, fine.
Ow! I think that's quite enough.
You smack him.
Any more
with
of
your
that,
fan.
and our guests may start.
That is now gone.
Now
the
gone.
exit.
Ah, I can always count on you to
Oh,
never
that
miss
is
a
not
beat,
true at all,
dear
Princess.
sister.
They would run.
Yes.
Wait. So this is... Whoa.
They should anyway. This
Indeed.
guy's incredibly annoying.
That's gonna get you a lot of hate in the thread.
Bam!
'Tis I, Olivert Rice Arner, also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the Debaucherous Prince. I
Like,
also serve as
he
Thor's
drags
Military
himself into your
Academy's
party.
ornamental chairman
Yep.
of the board.
You don't want him there.
Right?
And
Well,
then he's
Estelle.
there like...
Estelle doesn't want him there.
Yeah,
It's a
and neither do
pleasure
you,
to
because
finally
in
meet
that
you,
part of the game,
ladies and
Estelle is
gentlemen
great.
of
You should
Class
agree
7.
with her always.
I don't disagree, actually.
Right.
Estelle is
And
great.
then he just,